So how we can actually use this is that we can use this to help us find missing sides. And that's what we're going to do. What I have below is the steps that we're required to use if we're trying to solve for missing sides. So let's have a look here. If I'm trying to find missing sides using trigonometry, there's 4 steps involved. The first step is to label the sides of the triangle and identify the trig ratio. So for example, if I have a triangle over here, and I get told that there's 30 degrees here, I've got x, and this side over here is 20, I first want to label my sides. I know this angle here, so instead of having theta, my angle is this 30 here. So I would have this side over here, which is my opposite side. I will go back, I should have done this one first, but my hypotenuse is over here. And I've also got my final side here, which is my adjacent. So I label the sides. Then I go, okay, which sides do I have? And identify the trig ratio. Here, I have my opposite side and my adjacent side. The trig ratio that has opposite and adjacent is tan. So here, I'm going to be using tan with my 2 sides, x and 20. Okay, so that's that first step. Label the sides and identify the trig ratio. The second step is then to write the equation using the trig ratio. What you want to do is you want to write an equation that relates all 3 of these things. So my tan, my opposite, my adjacent, and also actually my 4 things, my 30 degrees. So here I'm going to actually write tan 30 degrees because that is my angle. I put inside tan, sine cos tan, I need to put in the angle. So here that's 30 degrees. Tan 30 degrees is just O over A, so opposite over adjacent, so x over 20. So that's how I write the equation. So this is the equation for step 2. This thing over here, I'll put in, well, hang on, I can't get the whole thing. This thing over here is my equation that I want to write for step 2. I write down my trig identity, my trig thing, so tan 30 degrees is equal to x over 20 for this example. Then I want to rearrange for the missing side. So we use a few algebra steps here just so that I have x is equal to, or my missing side is equal to something. So here, what you notice is that I have x over on the other side. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of this 20 at the bottom. How do I get rid of that 20 at the bottom? I multiply by 20. Oop, let me try that again. So here, I am going to multiply both sides by 20. So I have x is equal to 20 times tan 30 degrees. And the final step is to solve by putting this in your calculator. So that's the 4 steps that we want to do. The first step, you label your sides and identify the trig ratio. The second step is you write the equation using the trig ratio. Third step is that you rearrange the equation for the missing side. And the 4th step is to solve by putting it in your calculator. Can I get you to write these 4 steps in your books so that you have a record of it and so you can refer back to it as you're doing the questions as well. So please write this down in your books.